So now we'll get to see Boer and Snellers play. We saw Bompis and Multon the other day. We got an exciting hand right at the start. East has a solid 8-card club suit, but not much outside, just the King of Hearts. Still, that is plenty to go with West's Ace King of Diamonds, Ace of Hearts, where 6 clubs is going to be cold. 6 no trump actually from the West will make. I mean, 6 no from the East will also make. The Ace of Spades is on side, but let's see how they manage to bid this one. So East opens a club. South may well overcall a diamond. He has a 10 count, 5-card diamond suit. And I wonder what West is going to think about that. Ace, King, Jack, 6 the diamonds. I mean, obviously you would prefer to be able to double the opponents here, but West cannot make a penalty double. So this is a little ambitious. West elects to pass. I mean, he's pretty sure it's not going to end the auction. The concern that I would have is it might be difficult to catch up after passing originally. Okay, West is going to need to take some time here because 3 clubs is a pretty strong bid from his partner. And you don't want to fall into the lazy attitude of, oh, I'm so upset my partner didn't reopen with double. I had this whole plan that we were going to defend a diamond doubled and beat it, all of the tricks. So now I just have to bid 3 no trump because I have a diamond stopper. No, West should really be thinking about looking for a potential slam, possibly in 6 clubs. And the fact that South is overcalled is actually not so bad for his side. The King of Spades is likely to be well positioned if South happens to have the spade ace. The only concerning thing from West's perspective might be that it's possible diamonds are like 6-6-1-0 around the table. And if South's on lead, he might be able to give his partner a diamond ruff in a club contract. So maybe West will angle for 6 no trump as a possibility. But no matter what happens, I think it's going to be hard for West to convey what his hand looks like to his partner, at least at a low enough level that he can be comfortable exploring for the slam. Other table quickly got to 5 clubs. Did make their 12 tricks. So this could be a bit of a swing for Lankveld if the pair here reaches either of the slams. I mean, starting with 3 diamonds feels pretty natural to me. That would be the cheapest way to establish a game force and make sure that you have plenty of room to explore for whatever contract you think is best. The problem is that West needs to kind of anticipate what bids his partner might make over 3 diamonds. Like, if his partner bids 3 hearts, what does he want to do then? If his partner bids 3 spades, what is he going to do if his partner bids 4 clubs? So he needs to come up with a plan over all of these bids before he makes this 3 diamond call. And he might surprise us. I mean, he might do something other than just bid 3 diamonds. Like, it's very possible that just jumping to 6 no trump is the ideal action. I don't expect that partner has all of a solid club suit, the king of hearts and the spade ace. That would effectively mean that that South is like psyched to 1 diamond overcall. The South could have what? Queen jack of spades, queen jack of hearts, queen of diamonds. I mean, it's an 8 count, but it seems more likely that South probably has one of the important major suit cards, either the ace of spades or the king of hearts. All right, here we go. So 3 diamonds by West. I mean, East is certainly going to bid 3 hearts, I think. East is probably expecting that 3 no trump might be the most likely game contract. He has no idea that his partner has this complete monster of a hand over here with all these controls. So East is absolutely going to want to show his heart stuff to his partner. Just saying, hey, if you have a diamond stopper and some spade stuff, then we might be able to play 3 no trump on this hand. I don't believe this is the real auction, but I guess I could be wrong. Three hearts doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, there's no explanation for why we would want to bid a suit that's 6 small right now. That's just absurd. But it does kind of like put East in a bit of a bind, because East was planning to bid 3 hearts himself and now can't really, I mean, East could pass, I guess. But East can't just bid 3 no himself, and 4 clubs might have felt like he was straining a bit much because he's already kind of over-exaggerated his values with the 3 club jump as a balancing action. Well, 6 clubs gets bid. I mean, West, you know, maybe rightfully so, expected that South wouldn't lead a diamond all that often against this auction, and therefore he wasn't really risking a diamond ruff. But it seems to me that 6 no trump still had some merits from West's hand. I mean, for starters, protect the king of spades, but also you do avoid this issue of what if North happened to have a diamond ruff coming. So Queen of Hearts around to the king. There's not like a ton to the play here. I don't think Declare is going to be ambitious and take a diamond finesse, but I guess we'll see. I would be pretty excited to just be in 6 clubs making. Looks like Declare is going to plan on just running a bunch of club tricks, though. Oddly enough, if he had won the Ace of Hearts and dummy at trick 1, which I'm pretty sure if he had spent a couple of extra seconds thinking about it, he would have figured this out. He could have just cashed the King of Hearts at this point and then run all of his trumps, and he would have a show-up squeeze against South, who started with the spade ace and diamond queen. So he would have made all 13 tricks that way. And it doesn't look like there was any need to preserve the ace of hearts and dummy. Now, I think with all of that said, it was still possible to squeeze South in a perfectly safe manner by just running all but one of his trumps. And then playing a diamond to the ace-king. And South might have been forced to let go of either the ace of spades protection, where he could just ruff a spade, setting up the king and using the ace of hearts to get back, or the queen of diamonds protection, in which case he could ruff a diamond. But I'm not certain about that. I didn't spend a lot of time analyzing that plan. I think the show-up squeeze would have been very simple. Regardless, it would not have made a difference in terms of how many imps were gained. It would have just been a nice little technical play for an over trick. So 11 imps, I mean, maybe well done to East-West, I can't really tell. They did get to the club slam at the very least and made that contract. We're on to board 2, so this means that the 19 imp lead we saw at the beginning of the segment has now expanded to 30 imps, with 27 boards to go. East on this hand has a 15 count. I suppose we'll find out just how aggressive they are with their no-trump openers. Singleton Queen of Clubs is perfectly okay. Hey, Rob. Yeah, I mean, the thing about imps is leads are a little misleading. I get it. That was very pun. I didn't intend that to be a pun, but it was. Because you can score, 15 imps a hand and cut the lead in half very quickly. Or you could go for a long stretch without any imps being exchanged. It just all depends on what the deals look like and whether or not people play different systems or take different actions on the boards. It's not like match points in the sense where, like, if you're playing a sort of barometer type match point event, which is effectively what imps would be if it was scored barometer, where you know how you're doing like midway through, you can't really go from like last place to first place quickly. Whereas at imps, you can pick up a string of win 10, win 12, win 10, win 15, and suddenly you were behind by 20, but now you're ahead by 30. So East opens a heart, West bids a spade, East bids 2 diamonds, and West just says, I've heard enough, I don't have the red suits, let's play 3 no trump. It's interesting that East elected to rebid 2 diamonds. Some players would definitely have raised 1 spade to 2 spades, 3-card support, and a singleton. Maybe East was worried that his hand was a little too good. Like, he has a couple of flaws with the 2-spade bid. I mean, first off, he doesn't have 4 spades, which most people don't care all that much about nowadays. But the second issue is that he does have 15 highs if we count the Queen of Clubs for full value. And that might have been more concerning, where 2 spades could easily pass out when 3 no trump is making. So spade opening lead from north. That seems pretty revealing to me. I think I would come to the wrong conclusion about this, but because a club lead might be the most natural. Clubs would be the 4th suit. So I would probably assume that North had some club stuff, and that would be the reason why North was afraid of leading clubs. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with two diamonds, right? West, of course, if he wanted to check back for 5-3 spade fit, could have gone through fourth suit forcing. And the question you want to ask is just, if you do get this auction, a heart, a spade, two diamonds, two hearts, what do you do with the east hand? One important question would be, does two spades show extras, or does two spades just show shape? In North America, I'm pretty sure most players play two spades shows extras. So East effectively couldn't really bid two spades with this hand, and would have to make a tough choice between passing two hearts or say rebidding two spades a little bit light, or maybe even rebidding two no trump. But yeah, it just kind of depends on what your agreements are over some of these auctions. That's one of the reasons why I like just opening a lot of these hands in no trump, because then I'm never in this weird position where I have 15 to 17 and I have to make like a tough choice over two of a major in some of these false preference auctions. Declare seems to be off to a good start. He has collected the first three tricks, has two more spades, two more hearts, and at least one diamond. But then it gets tricky from there. If he guesses to lead a high club out of hand next, which will pin North's 8 doubleton, well, 9-8 doubleton, he does have two entries to set up the club suit, the Ace of Hearts and Queen of Spades. Why did South hold up the Ace of Clubs? Well, for starters, I don't think South knew who had the King of Clubs. I mean, you probably suspect it's Declare, right? If Declare was looking at a bunch of small clubs, he probably wouldn't be attacking that suit himself. But additionally, by not playing the ace, so this is exactly what South is hoping for, that Declare is going to have to guess what to do on the next round of the suit. If South had played the ace, West would have just like played the king on the second round, and then would have found out that the 9-8 doubleton fell, and seeing his 10-7 would have had no issue knocking out the jack and taking the rest of the tricks in the suit. So it's fairly common to just duck around when you have, you know, multiple stoppers in the suit to possibly give Declare like an uncomfortable guess, and that's exactly what happened here. West misguessed to exit to the 8 doubleton. Now South still has two club stoppers. It's hard to say what's right percentage-wise. To me, when the Queen of Clubs goes low 9, I don't think North has the Ace-9 doubleton. I think that would be very unlikely. North would, I believe, 100% win the ace with Ace doubleton there. And similarly, I think South would win the ace from Ace doubleton an awful lot of the time. So I think it can't be wrong to lead the King of Clubs on the second round. You're going to pick up Jack doubleton, you're going to pick up 9-8 doubleton, and of course, if the suit was just 3-3, it just doesn't matter what you play. So this whole concept of exiting a low club next doesn't really appeal to me. It seems to only gain when some defender ducked from Ace doubleton, and that feels unlikely, like very unlikely. But as it is, Declare has run into some trouble. I mean, he now has no more well, he has one hand entry if he overtakes the Jack of Spades, but that's not a good plan. So this is going to go down a few tricks. I mean, at least one trick, but I don't know how many more than that. It appears I mean, okay, I was going to say South can definitely just lead a diamond to his partner's ace, who will then play a spade, forcing Declare to break communications between the two hands, and Declare will get end played into leading away from the king 10 third of hearts. So that's one way to beat it. It seems like Declare might get out for down one. Regardless, I mean, with 3-0 making 10 tricks in the other room, this is going to be a substantial swing to Vinciguerra. So they'll get back most of the imps that they lost. So we get heart to the queen. East wins the king of hearts, but East is just in a, well, not East, I mean Declare is just in such an uncomfortable position, having to lead away from all of his tennises. So now that this happened, it looks to me like Declare might end up down 2, and that will be the full 11 imps going back, if that's the case. North can just cash the jack of hearts and exit a spade. But it's also possible that North is just going to be ultra conservative here and take the ace of diamonds. Though even that, now that West has blocked the spade suit, would be good enough to beat the contract 2 tricks. But a spade lead looks pretty promising for North. It sets up a guaranteed spade trick in his own hand. So 7 tricks, 11 imps to Vinciguerra, who pull right back. Now we've got a no trump opener from South. Well, 15 count from South. West has an okay hand, but the vulnerability makes it so that he really can't get involved in the auction here. North has a game force with 4-4 in the majors over a no trump opening. So I think we'll quickly see North-South bid to 4 spades. And I don't think they're going to have much trouble in that contract. I mean, West will probably lead a high diamond, get the discouraging signal from his partner, switch to his singleton heart maybe, but eventually Declare will just pull trumps and knock out the other diamond. So 1 no, 2 clubs stamen, 2 spades. We'll see North bid 4 spades. And this should be a flat board in both rooms. So that means 3 boards in. Both teams have drawn a little bit of blood, but the lead remains at 19 imps. The other table played 4 spades, making 11 tricks. Possibly going to be duplicated in this room. We do get the high diamond lead, kind of as expected. And then West is going to need to come up with a way that his partner has enough values to beat this. Maybe a club switch is the way to go. I'm not convinced that there's any realistic chance. No, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure a club switch is kind of necessary. And it will gain his side an imp, although the contract doesn't go down. Because if South had the same shape, well, if South was 4-3-3-3 in shape with the same honors, then a low club switch would be necessary to beat the contract here. Declare could pull 3 trumps and play 3 rounds of hearts, but the suit doesn't split. So he won't be able to pitch a club loser from his own hand, and then when he knocks out your king of diamonds, you'll be on lead to cash 2 clubs. So I think playing partner for exactly queen doubleton of clubs is probably the only way that you can beat the contract. And it might look scary to lead a club away from king jack into the no trump opener, but this is a big difference between imps and match points. Like at match points, you probably wouldn't do this. You might just exit a heart or play a trump or something. Okay, this play is kind of irrational and illogical. Don't do this. This makes no sense. West, what? Why would you cash the second diamond before playing a club? That's crazy. Also, why did the 6 of clubs force the ace? East didn't even play the queen. Strange trick. Well, due to West's kind of small slip up, it looks like we're on the way to 11 tricks on this one as well for a push board. So board 4, West gonna pass in first seat. We will see North open the bidding with some minor suit. I think it's pretty popular nowadays to open the North hand a club as opposed to a diamond. People really like opening their longest suit because the auctions that start a diamond, a major, 2 clubs are really awkward when your partner rebids 2 diamonds. I mean, when you have 4 diamonds and 5 clubs, because you end up in all these 4-2 fits, and it's just a nightmare to play. But we'll see what North elects to do. So I guess completing the thought, it's pretty common to just open these hands a club and rebid a no trump. People don't mind rebidding a no trump on 4-5-2-2 shapes nowadays. And so North does open a club. East comes in with 1 spade. We'll see a negative double by South. West has some values, but no real convenient bid. Like the queen doubleton of spades is probably a good holding. Like king 10 fourth of hearts sitting behind the negative doubler is probably a good holding. And the side 5-card diamond suit also looks kind of appealing. But West can't bid a no trump, so just has to sit tight for now. 2 clubs by North. I mean, kind of an interesting choice. And it seems like a reasonable one to me. Some players might rebid a no trump with North, figuring Jack Doubleton is often going to be enough help for partner to stop the spade suit, especially when there was no raise. Like, frequently, partner's going to have honor 3rd of spades here in this kind of auction. Or even honor 4th or like 10 4th or something, and the Jack Doubleton might be enough to stop the suit. But one thing that North does want to avoid, which he was probably thinking about, is if he bids 1 no and partner bids 3 no, East might just run the first 6 spade tricks against him. So he chooses a bid which, if this was uncontested, we wouldn't see the auction a club, a heart, 2 clubs. We would have seen the auction a club, a heart, a no trump from North. But due to the fact that this whole 1 spade overcall changes things a little bit, he rebids his 5-card suit. South bidding 3 clubs is unusual, I would say. But I'm curious whether or not South thought West might have ended up balancing with a diamond bid, and the opponents are very likely to have a diamond fit on this auction. His partner didn't open a diamond, and he only has a singleton. So maybe South was just kind of fooling around a little bit with the 3 club call, hoping to preempt the opponents out of a diamond fit, which, you know, he kind of did. I do think if South had passed, West would have balanced with 2 spades, though. Queen doubleton is just such a good holding in partner suit, and partner also knows that you're bidding on a doubleton here because you didn't bid on the previous round. So if your partner has a bad 5-card spade suit that just isn't going to play well opposite a doubleton, he can run to, say, 3 diamonds or some number of hearts. Well, East has come up with kind of a clever solution to avoid guessing the spade suit and avoid setting up spade tricks for declare. He's letting his partner ruff the 2nd round of spades, which only would go badly if his partner was ruffing with like King doubleton maybe, but he judged that that was very unlikely. So declare does get to pull trumps if he wants, and then he'll need to find a way to take an extra heart trick. Or alternatively, I mean, maybe something that'll happen is declare just ends up cross-ruffing the entire hand. He can ruff 3 diamonds in the dummy. He can ruff 2 hearts and a spade in his hand. But the opponents have the opportunity to kind of prevent this cross-ruff if West starts leading trumps now. And then declare will need to guess the heart suit to pick up an extra trick there somewhere along the way, which I think he should get correct. Okay, well, on this diamond return, I think declare will have no issues, just continuing a heart right now, roughing a heart low, roughing a diamond low, roughing a spade low, and then proceeding to cross ruff from there. All right, or this plan. This plan also works. Diamond ruff immediately, then a heart ruff. Or sorry, not heart ruff, then a heart. But basically just doing his best to cross ruff all the way up to 9 tricks. The other room, East-West found their diamond fit, which means Vinciguerra is going to get a nice little swing for making part scores in both rooms. Well, look at this. So North opened a club, did rebid a no trump over the double, something I had mentioned, and South ran to 2 clubs anyway, which passed around to East, and East reopened with a takeout double, and that allowed them to find their diamond fit. So at this table, Multon's decision to kind of preempt the auction with 3 clubs, like most people would play this 3 club bid, is invitational. And maybe it was for them too. He was just banking on the fact that maybe he noticed a bit of a hesitation from West, so West has some values. Maybe he noticed a bit of a hesitation from East over the 2 club bids, so East has values. His partner's got a minimum, and 3 clubs was always going to pass out. But that earns their side 6 imps, which means they've cut the lead to 13 going into board 5 of the segment. A 15 count by North. Again, a bit of a difficult decision about what to open. And here, it's even more challenging than on the previous board where there was a 5-4-3-1-15, because now when we open a club, if our partner makes the likely 1 spade response, what are we supposed to do? We're not strong enough to reverse into 2 diamonds. 1 no trump, we don't have the right high card count for that bid. We're too strong. And there really just aren't other options over spade other than bid a no trump or reverse to 2 diamonds. But North does elect to open a club. You know, I guess this is what people call a problem hand, but my solution has always been to solve the problem hands by just making 1 no trump an enormous wide-ranging bid that covers a whole variety of stuff. So club, a heart, double, and problem hand. Now North could bid 2 diamonds here, and I don't think most players would play that show's extras, but I could be wrong about that. Okay, that's one way to handle it. I mean, North is going to catch just the dream hand from his partner. Well, okay, maybe not, maybe not. All right, so look at this. We had the exact same auction, I mean, pretty much the exact same auction, back to back on 2 hands. The previous board, North had a 5-4-2-2 12 count. This hand, North has a 5-4-3-1 15 with a bunch of aces and kings. That makes this 2 club bid very, very wide ranging. And I mean, honestly, maybe that's the reason why South invited on the previous deal, that he knows his partner his partner could have a hand similar to this, and so he was worried that they might actually be missing a game despite only having 6 high card points. That seems unlikely to me, but I guess it's possible. In this case, North's not really going to get punished. South is pretty close to just forcing to game over 2 clubs. Well, I say that, but South did force to game over 2 clubs. South cupid 2 hearts. But yeah, North is going to get every opportunity to continue showing his values here. So he bids 3 diamonds. 3 diamonds feels like a weird choice. I would definitely have bid 2 no trump here as North. Because over 3 diamonds, when partner doesn't have a heart stopper, one of the bids they might make is 4 clubs, and I don't want to hear that. I just want, yeah, like this might happen. This nonsense. Like, I'm pretty sure as North we would have preferred to play in 3 no than 5 clubs. It seems as if this contract is going to make, and that's okay. But still, I would have been much more comfortable playing in the no trump game, I'm pretty sure. Like, imagine if East had the Queen of Hearts for his overcall. West has a natural club trick, gets in, puts a heart through, and there's 2 heart tricks and we're down 1, as opposed to 3-no, where we can just like set up a heart trick, you know, take 3 diamonds, a spade, a heart, and 4 clubs, something like that. That feels like 9. Well, East is thinking about his opening lead. I might be tempted by a spade. I mean, I also might be tempted by a low heart. The opponents very clearly had no interest in playing 3-no trump, so that can indicate that their heart stoppers are a little bit shaky, which means partner might have the heart king. But a spade feels somewhat natural to me. I'm certain that playing a trump is wrong, and leading a diamond north side suit also doesn't make a ton of sense. So I could definitely see a low heart. I could see the ace of hearts, hoping to give partner a ruff. I could see a spade, just praying that partner has a spade card over there. And Declare is going to need to be a little bit careful on this one. I mean, the club's 3-1 means that he can't just pull 2 rounds of trumps, play 3 rounds of diamonds, pitching 2 hearts from dummy, ruff a diamond, and then plan to guess the heart suit. Or hope that he can guess the heart suit. I mean, obviously Declare is probably going to be terrified that the ace queen of hearts are off, and feeling as if he's lost 12 imps on this hand from the start because 3-no is just going to be cold at the other table. Okay, so East does go with the spade lead, and now I would not be surprised if Declare spent a long time thinking. For starters, it's possible that East is leading away from the spade king. This is a fairly common tactic, especially against very high-level auctions, where you expect the opponents to have most of the missing high cards. Here, you know, South is marked with spade values on the auction for the negative double. And therefore, East sitting on something like king third of spades might be very tempted to lead a spade through the presumed ace queen at trick 1, making Declare try and come up with an alternative way to get rid of his spade loser, if he even has one. So this is a fairly common tactic to prevent Declare from taking a finesse that he otherwise would have. But I don't think that taking the spade finesse really gains Declare all that much. The discard would be helpful, right? In the previous line of play that I talked about, we can only ruff 1 red card in dummy. So being able to pitch, say, a heart loser or a diamond loser on the second round of spades would be nice. Though, for starters, clubs might just be 2-2 from Declare's perspective, which means maybe he can ruff 2 red suit losers in the dummy. And secondly, I think you just like immediately go down if the queen of spades loses. West will get in, switch to a heart, get a heart ruff. And there's still a lot more to the play of this hand. Whoa! That can't possibly be the way that trick went. Uh-oh. Okay, okay. Everything's fine with the world. It was just a Grosvenor by West. That 10 of clubs was spooky for a second. Declare, of course, can't really afford to take the club hook, because this could have been just like some clever false card from 10 Doubleton. So East could have had Queen Jack Doubleton. But alright, here we go. King of diamonds, Queen of diamonds. He's hoping that the Jack falls. It doesn't. So he does get to ruff a diamond. But now he will need to pick up stiff Queen of Hearts on side. I guess not technically true. I said he couldn't ruff 2 red cards in the dummy. I was absolutely wrong about that. But the Queen of Hearts does pop up, and this means 11 tricks. Declare breathes a sigh of relief. I do think the 3 diamond bid was the culprit here for missing out on 3-no. North might have been a little worried because, you know, he bid 2 clubs, presumably showed a single suited hand in clubs, and he thought, hey, partner made this negative double. There's no guarantee that partner's suit is minor suit is clubs and not diamonds. Maybe we do need to find a diamond fit on this one. But I think 2-no trump would have been a little bit more practical. Show the heart stopper. Partner can always bid 3 diamonds if he has a diamond suit over 2-no. My belief is that it tends to be right to bid the lower suit, or the lower, make the cheaper bid if possible. Like if you're torn between 2 bids, make the one at a lower level. That gives you more room to explore for alternatives. Well, we're on to board 6. And I mean, East has something that I would probably consider to be an opening bid, no matter what system I was playing. King, Queen, Jack 5th and an outside ace is a pretty good hand, but this East player elects to pass. We also get a pass from South. That one's a little less surprising to me. Some players might preempt some number of diamonds, but ace, queen, 4th of hearts on the side is a pretty big negative. So spade by West. East is going to be thrilled with the way this auction has gone so far. Depending on what kind of drury they play, East might be forced to bid something like 2-no trump. East might bid, okay, there it is, 2-no trump. So this is going to be a 4 or 5 card limit raise. And this is going to allow South to come in if he wants to. He is favorable, and I think it would be valuable to enter into the auction. Like, the spade void is a huge asset. He's already a passed hand, so his partner will know that he can't have like a ton of high card points for this bid. All right, so double by South. 4 spades by West. Looks pretty reasonable to me. 5-5 and 2 suits. 5-5 come alive, as they say. Yeah, North has a bit of a decision to make. I think we bid 4-no trump. So I think we bid for no trump because at imps, it kind of doesn't matter whether we play in 5 hearts or 5 diamonds. And 4 no trump is going to get both of them in the picture. So the idea being 4 no trump is take out for 2 suits. Partner will, bid his better minor under the impression that I have both minors, and then if he picks clubs, I bid 5 diamonds to say, no, I wasn't bidding it for both minors, I have both red suits. So I think that would be my choice. The thing that North has to get past is that he has an 11 count, his partner made a bid, and therefore he and his partner have a decent number of values, the opponents might be going down. But when you take into consideration the fact that his partner is a passed hand, has made a takeout double at the 3 level, it's starting to sound as if his partner has either a void or a singleton and spades. 3 small spades now looks like a really good offensive value and not so much defensive anymore. So we do get 4-0 by North. Here, South bid his better minor. It was diamonds, and North was very happy to play in that contract. Pass around to East. East balances with 5 spades. Tough spot. I don't think East-West were in a forcing pass. But now this comes back around to North. I don't believe North is considering bidding 6 diamonds, but I think North might be considering doubling. Because now he's sitting on the ace-queen of clubs, which look like decent values. The king of hearts looks like decent values. It's still probably a little bit heavy to double. And so North does elect to just pass it out. Probably figuring he's not beating it more than 1 trick anyway. Which he is correct about. So North gets off to a diamond lead. I don't think there's a wrong answer to which red suit to lead, but my choice probably would have been a heart. It's starting to sound like the opponents have a club suit, and by that metric, partner really has to have heart stuff, because otherwise, how could partner really have bid? If partner has no diamond cards, no club cards, and no heart cards, and also a spade void, is that really something you want to be making a takeout double on? I don't think so. But we see the other table is in 4 spades, and wait for it, 620 in the other room, 100 in this room, 720 I think is 13 imps, if I'm not mistaken. But I probably am mistaken. Well, either way, the match is going to be very close. So if not directly a tie, it will be within 1 imp. I say that as if I'm confident Declare is going down just 1. How sure am I about this? A spade over to the king. I think... Hey, Aliuna, 13 is 750 to 890. So this is 12. This will be 12. Unless Declare goes down multiple. which seems impossible now that South has pitched a club. If South had held on to that third club, I wonder if Declare would have taken a club hook immediately to go about setting up the club suit now that he was conveniently in dummy. That would have let North cash 2 clubs, cross to his partner's heart ace, and get a club rough. But I think now Declare is going to get out for down 1. He can even pull the next round of trumps. All that really matters is guessing the club suit if there is a guess available, and he doesn't know that there isn't. So he'll probably take a minute to think it through. I mean, that club discard might look very strange to Declare, but as we're looking at it, it seems pretty sensible. I would have been a little worried as South pitching clubs. Like, we have plenty of diamonds for which we can discard. And I wouldn't want to give away the contract if Declare's clubs were a little bit stronger, like King, Queen, 10, 5th. Then our partner's sitting over here on Ace, Jack, Doubleton, and Declare would definitely guess the suit. But the club hook loses. All North has to do is not revoke, and the contract is going down. I mean, even if North cashes the ace of clubs and exits the diamond, Declare only has 3 pitches from the dummy. So 12 imps, 5 spades goes down 1. And the match is very close. So this will be an exciting finish, hopefully, to this one. Next hand, South has a monster, but North has nothing. I mean, looking at it, I'm not even convinced that South and East make all that much. Their hands don't fit very well together. Maybe they make 7 spades or something. That would be kind of cool. It's been a while since I've seen a good old 5-1 fit at the 7 level. So South opens a heart. North is probably just going to pass this, but some players might elect to bid a no trump on North's hand. So a heart, pass, pass. And what is East going to balance with? 2 hearts? Nope, he just chooses 1 spade. That seems sensible. So South still has a big hand. I mean, East and South are probably going to bid a couple of times. East suits are a little bit higher than South's. I don't think we need to bid any more than 2 clubs on the South hand. Partner passed our 1 heart opener. So we can't realistically expect that we could have a game. Now, I guess that being said, if partner has something like Jack 5th of clubs in a singleton heart, we will make 5 clubs. Maybe that's something that South is thinking about. One of the reasons that partner might have passed our heart opening bid isn't necessarily because he was low on high cards. I mean, of course he's going to be low on high cards, less than 6. But he could still have some values and just be very short in hearts, and therefore didn't want to excite us with a 1-no bid. So South does get a little bit more aggressive, jumps to 3 clubs. North is going to bid 3 hearts. And the 3 heart bid is probably going to be what shuts South up. Because now that our partner has a heart fit, we know he wouldn't have passed if he had as much as king third of hearts. Although, looking at the 2 hands, it seems as if South can guess the heart suit for... Okay, East isn't done. This is comical now. I mean, okay, maybe my initial impression of the South hand was incorrect. Because 4 hearts, like I said, will make if South guesses the trumps, guesses to go ace of hearts, queen of hearts, pinning the jack doubleton. But maybe South could just construct a hand from partner where partner has the jack of hearts. And isn't that 10 tricks? We have 5 clubs, 4 hearts, and the ace of spades. We just knock out the king of hearts and we're golden. Suddenly they're in 4 spades. Okay. Yeah. And how does this contract do? I mean, probably not very well. 2 rounds of clubs are going to tap declare. East might then exit the king of spades, which is not going to go very well for him. There is a dummy entry to take a diamond hook, which is going to work. So, you know, to some extent, declare can be mildly happy. Although the 4-1 trump split is going to cause too many issues, I think. But we'll see. Yeah, so much for a 30 imp lead. I mean, like I said, this can happen. But it's all better for the spectators now that the match is very close. Because now hopefully we'll see some good bridge, as opposed to, you know, if one team was ahead by 50 going into the last segment, we might see some wild swinging action. Declare does in fact exit a high trump. And so, I mean, South's on lead. Obviously, South is not thrilled about the fact that a club continuation is going to set up a club for declare. So he does go with the ace of hearts switch. Probably continues the queen of hearts if he's planning to do this. To pin that jack doubleton. Nope. Continues the queen of clubs. Okay, this is very reasonable. I mean, declare was going to go down on his own power if South didn't find this defense, because declare would have just tried to pull trumps and hope that they were 3-2. He was never really going to take a finesse against the 10 of spades in the north hand. But this defense does safely defeat the contract. And it looks like it's actually going to result in it going down 2. Because declare now is going to have to use that king of hearts to get over to dummy to take the diamond hook. But eventually North will be able to rush in or rough in, and trumps will be gone. He'll be able to cash a heart in his partner's hand at the very end. So ace of diamonds. Now Declare gets to play a heart over to the king. Take the diamond hook. I mean, still, this is going to be a pretty sizable swing to the Vinciguerra team, who's now going to overtake the lead for the first time in a while, right? Ooh. And Declare has even managed to go down I can't tell. Has Declare managed to go down an extra, or is it still just down 2? Not my problem. It's North's problem. North has to work it out. Down 2, you think? So heart back to the queen and king, and now what? The jack of clubs ruffed with the 7. Isn't this down 3? What did I miss? Jack of clubs, ruff with the 7, over ruff. Oh, diamond pitching a heart. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. I figured it out. Did I say big swing? I meant 2-imp swing. Regardless, I was correct that we do have a new leader. So Vinciguerra is running away with the match now. I mean, they've run away with this segment at the very least. 20 imps in their favor after only 7 boards of play. We got 21 more boards to go, 7 more in this segment, then short comparison break, and 14 more coming up. West gets to open this hand, 10 count. Please open the bidding. This has to be an opening bid in everyone's style. So we'll get a heart opening bid. East probably gonna raise to 2 hearts. And South has a hand that's good enough to make a takeout double, for sure. 16 count. West will definitely jump to 4 hearts, and then it's going to be on North, who... Well, the only thing North really has going for him is the 4-card spade support for his partner's takeout double. I mean, I might be tempted to bid 4 spades, but we're still a little bit thin on values. I think North might just pass. Okay, he disagrees. He bids 4 spades, and I think East is going to express his opinion about that contract. So 4 spades double. Pass. And then what do we do as North? We have the option to run to 5 clubs. I have no idea which of those contracts will be better, but North elects to sit it out in 4 spades. And I don't know how bad this will be. It's probably going to be pretty bad, but the 7 of spades in dummy is a big card, so Declare can force 3 spade tricks. Clubs are splitting, so Declare can take a club trick if he goes after that suit. Declare can get a diamond ruff in his own hand. Looks like he's going to end up losing 2 diamonds, a club, 1 natural spade, 1 long spade, and that might be it. It might end up just being down 2. which, I mean, honestly, could be a okay result for North-South if Four Hearts was making. I mean, Four Hearts needs to guess the Diamond Queen, but Declare will probably do that after the takeout double. So as long as Declare gets out for down 2, or maybe even down 3, and his teammates bid the game in the other room, which I think is fairly likely, this will still be a okay result for North-South, but we might have a new leader, depending on the toll of this one hand. It is important for Declare to lead diamonds towards the queen and dummy. That way East only has one entry with which to try and pull trumps. I mean, I'm not certain that East should be trying to pull trumps, but because that would kind of give up finessable positions in the trump suit. I don't really know what Declare's thinking about. It seems pretty obvious to me to just set up the diamond ruff. Like, playing a club back now, if the suit was 3-1, is just going to be a disaster. West gets to cash the ace of clubs as East discards a loser. And then East gets a club ruff. So we don't want to continue playing spades. We already see that with East having 5 trumps, the ship has sailed on us having any chance to, like, get out for maybe down 1. I really don't like this play. It seemed like Declare was trying to sneak a second club through, like if West had ace third. For starters, I don't think that plan was going to work. West with ace third probably would have hopped up with the ace. But even if he does sneak a club through successfully, East just roughs and the ace of clubs is still outstanding. It's not like you've really accomplished much. But I suppose the defense, now that the clubs are 2-2, is going to give Declare his diamond ruff. So this is a 5th trick. Declare definitely has 2 natural spade tricks he can take. And okay, East does need to think about what's going on now, right? Because a heart return is going to allow Declare to get out for down 2. Well, that wasn't a very long thought process. There's no thinking involved on a heart return. Declare can take this plan and then just exit a club to and play East, or, you know, pitch a club, rough in hand, and then lead through East. Either way, 300. So that could be a good result for Vinciguerra, depending on what the contract is in the other room. North gonna open a spade this time. And, ooh, South has a big hand. Looks like 6 spades is making. Declare can pull trumps and then pitch the heart loser from dummy on the long clubs. it's probably not going to be too difficult to get there. We'll get a spade opening bid. South will bid some sort of 4-card limit raise or better. 2-no trump probably. And we might even see the rare 4-club bid. So a spade, 2-no trump, 4 clubs, showing 5-5 with a good 5-card side suit. That'll probably be all South needs to hear to propel him into bidding the slam. Okay, or this could happen, which is honestly going to set them back a few tempi in trying to figure out that the diamond suit really is not a problem opposite shortness. Hey, Scissors. ATN says, not the most popular system in this part of the world. 2-no trump, showing a 4-card limit raise plus. I see. Well, I have to imagine that it would become more popular if they saw hands like this. You could get to slam in like 3 bids if you just started with 2-no. Here, North is going to be very concerned that the hands don't fit well. He's got a singleton opposite his partner's diamond suit. Queen Jack 10 fifth of spades. I mean, he's looking at quite a few potential spade losers. But let's see how they proceed. I am curious to learn. V8 says hello. Well, hello, V8. How was the Aussie event thing? I heard that Australia and New Zealand were playing today. I'm not sure what's going on in the auction, but 2-no and 3 diamonds have been alerted. I mean, it's very possible that, well, South's 2 diamond bid showed 5. Okay, we'll start with that. A lot of players will play 2 clubs as just the catch-all game force with the balanced hand type. So this showed 5. 2 spades, probably just like marking time, doesn't show anything extra. 2-no trump, some sort of artificial ask. And it looks to me like yeah, I'm not sure about the 3 diamond bid. But North-South appear to have found their spade fit. North is queuing 4 clubs. This is likely to be a serious slam try by North. Maybe a little bit aggressive, but it's possible that the auction has already limited his hand, like maybe 3 diamonds limited his values somehow, in which case, yeah, he has a pretty good hand. Ace, King, Queen, 5th on the side. Queen, Jack, 10, 5th of spades. PJF was in here, I think, shouting praises for the New Zealand squads. So that's why I heard about it. Matty B scored 87 in the BBO weekly free. Wait, what's the weekly free? Oh, is that the instant tournament? Those scores are so inflated. I think I've scored like 95 in one of those once. It's just so easy to get a cold top on the boards. People have no idea what they're doing. But 87 is an enormous result. Four club Q, for heart cubed, West doubling, asking for a heart lead. We're going to get pass, pass, redouble. Rather important redouble here, because now North is going to realize that any other heart losers his partner has can go away on his long clubs. So there it is. Redouble shows first round control in the heart suit. And now we'll probably see a key card bid from North. I mean, on a good day, he's going to catch partner with 4 and be able to bid the grand. But today, he'll find his partner has 3. And even if his partner's off one of the trump key cards, so his partner has like King of Spades, Ace of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds, there'll still be the chance that on a heart lead we can win the ace, run clubs, pitching hearts, and then pull trumps. So I think North is going to be pretty comfortable over 4 no trump and seeing 3 key cards, just bidding 6 spades. He's just working through all the responses here. You don't want to bid 4 no trump and get blindsided by partner showing 1 or something like that. Five spades, long tank, 5 spades, pass 6 spades, and then you call for the director. That happened the other day. That happened yesterday. Fortunately, it didn't affect the outcome of the match. Otherwise, there would have been hell raised. Well, North elects to bid 5 clubs. Not necessarily a bad bid, and I kind of don't mind it. I expect this to get South to wake up with the Ace King 4th of trumps. But still, it kind of feels like 4 no trump would have been a much simpler method to find out if we're making slam. 3 key cards, we always bid it. 2 key cards, we're off 2 key cards. ATN says they've reached slam in the other room. Okay. Well, there's nothing to the play, so we will see that pop up shortly on the scorecard. I think North-South are headed there too in this room. And there it is. South jumps to 6 spades, which I think is the correct decision. He doesn't really know what his partner's looking for, but he has it. Like the Ace King 4th of trumps. He hasn't showed a 4-card trump suit yet, so that's a big deal. He bypassed a diamond cubed earlier over 4 clubs. He could have queued 4 diamonds, but he elected not to, which I think was a sensible choice. His partner could easily have a singleton. And so he happens to have the Diamond King extra. The Jack of Clubs could be a useful card, opposite partner's club suit. So heart opening lead, Declare gonna play through the hand very quickly. Probably just gonna pull 1 round of trumps and then face his hand and claim. I guess maybe he needs to make sure the clubs are not 5-1. But so this will be a push board. At 6 spades, making 6 in both rooms. and we're gonna have 5 boards left to play in this segment. They didn't respond Jacoby either. Over 1 spade in the other room. They just responded 2 diamonds. So that would be the Lankveld pair. They were playing a system where they liked a lot of transfers, so it's very possible they play like, I don't know what you want to call it, but like transfer 2 over 1. So you might be right that a spade past 2 clubs shows diamonds. But it also might be the case that a spade past 2 clubs is just a generic game force with all balanced hand types, even ones that have 5 diamonds or even 5 hearts. And 2 diamonds and 2 hearts specifically show 5 cards with an unbalanced hand. That's possible. So push board, we can take a look at the auction in the other room. A spade, 2 clubs, artificial, and then they just had a bunch of relays where it looks like I actually can't really tell who was asking. I think I'm gonna say that South was the one who was asking and North was relaying to show stuff about his hand, but I'm not certain. I mean, it looks like South was making the cheapest bid for a couple of calls in a row. That usually is the relayer. But nice auction. They do get to 6 spades in the other room. And the margin still stays at 1. Wow. This isn't the auction, is it? This auction is backwards. It's pass to no trump. Right? Like, West has a 19 count with a 5-card suit and opens 2-0. East transferred to hearts as a passed hand. I'm pretty sure that's what's happened, but I could be wrong. This is quite the auction, if not. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna interpret what I see. So East opens 2 no trump, which is 5-5 any 5-5. Okay, that is the system, and I believe that it's possible to play that system. Yes, I do. 3 diamonds, artificial, game force, asking. 3 hearts, showing a major. 3 no trump, non-serious slam trine hearts. 4 hearts to play. Boom, I did it. See, all the bids make sense. Wait for trick 1. So let's see, what do I think is going to happen on trick 1? Well, East has showed 2 5-card suits. So maybe oh god, no, here we go. But what's actually going to happen here is we're just going to get pass 4 hearts, all pass. Because that's how the VU graph operators. Ooh. No, we got a teacher's pet over here trying to impress the class and put in the entire auction. 2 no trump is 5-5 not clubs has been played. Got it. That kind of makes sense, right? Because then 3 clubs can be used as the artificial force. Because it's never going to be natural. Ooh, we do have an explanation. The board was rotated by the players. Who is our Vugraph operator today? Oh, this is the guy that I said was doing an excellent job the other day. That's why he put in the entire auction. Well, Declare's off to a pretty bad start on this one. What happened? Didn't we have a guess for the Queen of Hearts and we did not take it? Oh. This is the second defensive trick and then the Queen of Hearts is the third. Okay. I totally understand. Declare safety played the contract for 10 tricks. Gotcha. It all makes sense. Oh my god. Look, PJF is back in the chat. Although his username is a little bit different today. He says, well played. So South passes in first seat. West gets to open. Something like a no trump. None of these players are ever going to learn. Just open a no trump with your hand. But West opens a diamond. North probably overcalls a heart. Some diamond shortness, 5-card heart suit. And we might see 3 hearts by East. I mean, we might see 4 hearts by East. Like, I think both of those are possible. But East just bids 3 hearts. It's 3 a.m. for PJF? Yeah, he said that he was going to sleep earlier. But you haven't been here. Every time the Vugraph operator messes up and then just clicks the claim button, he says, well played. So this was in reference to that. Diamond, heart, 3 hearts. What does South do? South elects to just double. Kind of reasonable. Uh-oh, is there a slam alert? Oh, it is a slam alert. You're looking at the excellent 6 spade contract, right? I mean, I suppose 6 diamonds also makes. 6 diamonds always makes, right? That is the meme. I mean, what do we do as West over this splinter? We have like an okay hand. Queen Jack of Hearts are wasted, but the singleton club is probably good. We have excellent trumps. So West tries 3 spades. I would be very tempted to just bid 4 hearts as East. I mean, maybe we could... Okay, so East elects to queue 4 clubs. I mean, very reasonable, right? Like, West could have a similar hand with Queen Doubleton of clubs and might be afraid if we don't queue bid. Is South going to continue doubling? I mean, South might double 4 clubs. That is not what South bid. Wait, is this what South bid? Hold on. Hold on. There's no way, right? Okay. Alright, undo's coming in. What? What? There's no chance this is actually what happened, right? West bid 4 diamonds, and now East bid 4 hearts. Four clubs key card. I don't know how popular that is. That's not something we play in America. Some players play 4 of a minor as key card, and I think a lot of people play 4 of a minor plus 1 as key card. So 4 hearts would be key card. But 6 diamonds it is. They missed the top match point spot of 6 spades. Actually, I'm not convinced by that. Is 6 spades even making? Maybe 6 spades just only has 11 tricks. You get 1 heart ruff and that's it. It does appear to be the case that you only have 11 tricks in spades. Fine. Fine. I concede the point. We do have to play it in diamonds. This is Rainbow Gerber. But what kind of Gerber gets your opponents to respond with how many key cards they have? Six spades makes only on a heart lead. I think it also makes on a club lead. But the diamond lead causes communication problems. Like on a club lead, you can lose the club, get tapped, ruff a heart, diamond over, ruff a heart, overtake the last spade, run the trumps, run the diamonds. But I think a trump lead or a heart or a diamond lead make things a little bit too difficult for declare. I don't even know why I'm talking about 6 spades. I'm entering my tired phase of the broadcast, and so I just talk about ridiculous things. But in 6 diamonds, declare is going to have no trouble. You've asked for aces before when you thought the opponents can make slam to find out if you can cash out. That seems reasonable. Alright, how do we play this hand? Because if the trumps are 2-1, obviously we just claim. If the trumps are 3-0, though... I mean, maybe we just lead a low club right now. The plan is to ruff 3 clubs in the west hand. That's gotta be doable, right? We lead a low club. Okay, declare disagrees. Just decides to pull a round of trumps and now has an easy claim for 12 tricks. I mean, it's not like his plan was necessarily unreasonable. If the trumps were 3-0, he could have just taken a club finesse, which would not have worked, but I think that was his idea. Well, now we sit here and wait for 3 minutes while South decides what to do. Okay, a club comes back, and now Declara can claim. Rough in, pull the last trump. Pitch a club on the 4th round of spades. 12 tricks. Other table also duplicating this good result. So we're still sitting with Vinciguerra ahead by 1. Three boards to play in the set, 17 boards to go overall in the match. Probably see 2 passes around to East. East is 3rd seat, white on red. And a lot of players would open a no trump, almost regardless of their no trump range on this hand. 14 count, 4-4 in the majors. We'll see if that's what East elects to do, or if East just decides to open a club. I think regardless of what East does, North-South are kind of going to stay out of the auction here. South, vulnerable, doesn't really have anything to bid. So we might see the contract peter out into 2 hearts, one way or another. Either after a no-trump opener and then West transfers, or if East opens a club and gets a heart response from his partner, he can raise to 2 hearts. So there is the no-trump. South not going to take a call. West will transfer to hearts. West has a modern 2-heart opening, Scissors says. Sure. I believe you. Well, we saw a match earlier today where, like, basically every player at the table was playing 2 of a major as one of these, like, 5-4 garbage nonsense things. 5-card major, 4-card minor. And all hell broke loose on a few of the hands. Like, one of them they played in 2 of a major, bypassing their side 9-card major suit fid in the other major, which was not successful, by the way. They did not do well in their 5-1 fid as opposed to their 5-4 fit. Well, West transfers to hearts, and East, there was an alert of 2 hearts. I don't really understand that. So it's going to be a bit of a mixed blessing here when the defense gets a spade ruff, because Declara now is going to be able to pull trumps without having to worry about the guess in the trump suit that Queen Doubleton is falling. And then we'll have a spade to discard a club loser. So losing just a diamond from here, 9 tricks. Yeah, 2 spades is a much more effective preempt than 2 hearts. You are right about that. Just how the game is set up, that spades being the higher ranking suit, you force the opponents to 1 level more when you make that preempt than you do when you preempt in hearts. Well, speaking of spade preempt, West has one, but I don't think he's going to get the opportunity. North definitely going to open the bidding, and probably with a diamond. And then can we really do anything as East? I mean, some players would definitely bid 2 clubs. Not really my style to do so. I prefer to have a 6-card suit for 2-level overcalls, just in general. Makes it a lot harder for them to double me. But East does have a pretty good hand, so that's kind of the only downside with not bidding over a diamond directly. So if it does start a diamond pass a heart, then the question is, how many spades is West bidding? Because I could see anything from 1, 3, or 4. Two would probably not be my choice. 7-card suit, 2 singletons. Five spades should make. That is a bold claim. But it looks like you're right. If they get to 5 spades, they might make it. Because the only way to pick up the trump suit for one loser is to go ace then queen. And then Declare would have to guess the queen of clubs from there. But I think percentage-wise, he should be able to do that. You know, especially if Declare works out that North is 4-4-3-2 shape. Like, if North is known to be 4-4 in the majors somehow on the auction, depending on how... What is this nonsense? What the hell is pass by North? What is he doing? Get him out of here. We need new players. Can we call in the subs? Alright. North has lost his mind, not opening a hand with 4-4 in the majors. East opens a club. Pass by South. We'll just see 1 spade by West. There's no reason to preempt your partner here. And I mean, especially when looking at this West hand, if East has a hand with long clubs, we might be making 6 clubs, and we might even not be making 4 spades on a bad day. I say this, and now West is going to have this in the back of his mind after this 2-club bid. Which is kind of reasonable. This is really the only shape that modern bidding is kind of unequipped to handle, at least from a 2/1 style. Because, like I said, you don't want to be opening a diamond and rebidding 2 clubs. If you open a club and rebid a no trump over a spade, your partner is going to expect that you have some spades over here. So that's no good. And then, obviously, opening a club and reversing into diamonds or hearts, your hand is way too weak. So, a club, a spade, 2 clubs, 4 spades. 4 spades feels like a terrible bid to me. It's not like your hand is ace, king, queen, 5th of spades and 4 small clubs. You have legitimate club support and a very, very mediocre spade suit. Like, partner could easily have a spade void or singleton. And, like, clubs might just be the better contract, whether it's at the 5 or 6 level. You think 2 rounds of diamonds beats 6 clubs, but otherwise it makes. So, I guess the point is that when we go ace of spades, queen of spades, North doesn't cover. And therefore, we kind of have to pull 2 rounds of trumps before setting up the spade suit, and that's just not good enough. How certain are we, though? Like, if we get to cash 2 spade tricks, is that just not enough? Can we make on a cross ruff? Diamond, diamond. Ruff. Ace of spades, pitching a diamond. Queen of spades, pitching a heart. Nope, I concede the point. There's no real way to get back to East Sand to continue roughing red suits. I mean, other than pulling trumps, but that's not helpful. Well, declares off to this position where he has this pseudo spade guess. I mean, it's pretty clear to me to just play the queen. Again, if it's singleton, if it's, well, king doubleton, so singleton king, you have 2 spade losers anyway. If spades are 3-3, it doesn't matter. The only scenario in which it matters is this one, where there's doubleton jack, and you can pin the doubleton jack. Okay, I mean, this has been fun, because now now on another heart tap, and the queen of spades, you gotta guess the club suit. I think it should be marked from the auction. Oh god, no, North didn't open, I forgot. Oh, this is the worst day. Why are people not opening these hands? What are they thinking? I mean, I was gonna say once North is 4-4 in the majors, North can only be 4-1 in diamonds, in which case you can't make it because Queen Third is offside, or 3-2 in diamonds and clubs, and then you just play for the club split. See you later, scissors. Good night to you all. Lorenzini did not play the spades like a complete fish in the other room. I'm just reading between the lines on your comment there. That seems very reasonable to play spades in the normal manner. I think Declare is going to make this. It still feels pretty natural to just like play the club suit the normal way. Yeah, if you're going club to the ace, it's pretty clear that you're just playing for the 2-2 break. So 1 imp going the way of Vinciguerra, which means they now lead by 2. 1 board to go in the segment, and then short break. Wait, how short of a break? 25 minutes from now. Wow. Okay, 25-minute break until the next segment starts. But there will be 14 more boards. And that means, I don't know. I don't know what that means. It means we're going to have an exciting finish to the match because there's only 2 imps separating the teams here. So East opens a spade, 13 count over there. South not going to bid. West probably going to game force here, 15 count balanced. So whether they game force with 2 clubs or 2 diamonds is just a matter of system preference. And I think they're on their way to 3 no trump. They don't really have a fit anywhere. I mean, the ace queen double ten of spades does look somewhat attractive to play in a potential spade contract, but you really prefer to have the 3 card support. So 2 clubs by West, pass by North, 2 no trump by East. And I think we'll just get a 3 no trump bid. Which appears to have 9 top tricks, 3 spades, 4 hearts, a club, and a diamond. South gonna lead the king of diamonds, and I guess on a good day, Declare can set up that 6 of diamonds in the dummy. King of diamonds to the ace, 10 of diamonds, squishing the 9-8 doubleton over there. But in reality, I mean, South has plenty of time to find a club switch when he gets in with the diamonds, and that's going to force Declare to cash out. So maybe a better plan is for Declare to just duck this diamond, and if South continues the suit, then we can think about setting up the 4th round in dummy. But if South switches, then we can just cash out, take our 9 tricks. We have some stellar commentary by the BBO commentators here. Vinciguerra have doubled their lead, and if they do that on every board, they'll win by 32,000 imps. Thank you for that. So king of diamonds, East does play the 7 on this trick. I don't think South is going to continue the diamond suit, because from South's perspective, it's possible. What? Okay, we get the 8 from North. Whatever. It's possible that his partner's sitting on ace doubleton, and then continuing the queen would really blow up the suit. But South also can't be convinced that Declare doesn't have exactly this diamond holding. And so leading a low diamond also wouldn't work. So I think what that means is South is going to have to find a switch somewhere. And a club switch looks somewhat appealing, given the auction. Okay, I mean, a spade switch is fine, I guess. I was just thinking a club because if we're not continuing diamonds, spades is Declare's suit. Hearts, there's a good heart suit in the dummy, so clubs might offer our best chance to set up some tricks, that is. Well, Declare gets the bad news in the spade suit, but we'll have plenty of time to cash out his 9 tricks, may even have the opportunity to test to see if the king, queen of clubs are on side, or, you know, to test if the diamonds are splitting. So, for example, he could duck a diamond right now. Giving it a lot of thought, which is fairly reasonable for a match that is as close as this. You know, getting these over tricks can be important. So elects to go for kind of the simple line, just low club to the jack. North gets to win this trick, probably plays a diamond through, and declare has the ability to duck that, hope that the suit is splitting 3-3. It won't be, which is going to mean 9 tricks. But definitely a decent effort. So we'll hop over to the other table if they haven't finished play, and then we will have a short break between sessions. I think I'm going to leave the stream up with scoreboard, but I'm going to take a short break myself before we get into the fourth quarter. So there will be about 15 minutes of downtime once this hand concludes. That's not the right time. It's 5:40 p.m. CET. There we go. So I will put up a message to let everyone know what's going on, but we will be back in about 15 minutes. All right, let's quickly hop over to the other table in this match to see how the play is proceeding. Whoa! We got a bit of a spicy contract here. Hello. East opened a spade. That happened in the other room too. 2 clubs by West. Same sort of artificial game force. At this table, North doubled to show clubs naturally, which it kind of seemed like North was thinking about in the other room. There was a bit of a pause after the 2 club bid. South wasn't on the same page, it looks like, about the double of 2 clubs and ran to 2 diamonds, thinking that double might have been takeout. I'm not exactly sure. But pass, that got doubled. South then ran to 3 clubs, I guess second guessing what was going on in the auction. And that also got doubled. I mean, 3-no trump made in the other room. So unless this is going for an enormous number, this could be a pretty big swing to Lankveld. So let's see exactly how bad it is. Declare has managed to knock out the diamond ace. But now it seems like the defense is going to be able to prevent any sort of spade ruffs. So West will be able to win the ace of clubs, continue the jack of clubs, and Declare is going to end up scoring 4 more clubs and 1 spade. The 1 spade he'll get per force, which is jack 9-8 being a little bit better than East's 3rd spade trick, or 3rd spade card. So yeah, that does look like -2. 4 more clubs and 1 spade to north-south will be 2 down. I guess okay, I was gonna say I guess West doesn't need to go club club because he's over roughing a spade ruff in the dummy. This feels like a bit of a strange play, though. It hasn't really cost him, but it looks really weird. I mean, it can cost him if Thomas doesn't, read the position well. Like, if North leads the jack of spades next and Thomas covers, then that's going to be bad news. But if it goes jack of spades and Thomas correctly plays the 4, then West will be able to rough in with the 6 of clubs and then pull the last trump with the club ace. Whew. Still, that jack of clubs play felt really weird. There's the jack of spades. He's so good. He is so good. No hesitation whatsoever there, just plays the 4. Didn't even think about covering the jack. So ultimately good defense by East-West. They still have 2 spade tricks coming. Wait, what happened? Oh no. Oh, 2 spades and that heart trick? Okay, well, it is down 2. Still, that is 3 imps to Lankveld, who has once again retaken the lead by 1 imp.